You already know. When we finished last year's Gracie Immersion Camp, we weren't sure whether we were going to come back and do Destin, Florida again. We're glad we did.
My friend Rener said, hey, we're doing an immersion camp in Destin, Florida. It's 3 days, it's in Florida, the weather's nice, good people, good food, fun times. Come down, and I get down here and I really had no expectations. I knew every day I was going to be in a great environment to learn and nurture my jiu-jitsu skills, and we were going to do fun stuff.
My favorite part of the whole trip was actually speaking to the students and kind of hearing where they came from, their story, where they train, if they train at home with just one friend, in a garage, at a CTC, at another school.
Of course, by far, without question, the best part about a camp like this is the connections. Getting to hang out with them kind of in jiu-jitsu is cool. Of course, the jiu-jitsu part is huge, but off the mat is probably even more cherished and more fun.
It's called the Emerald Coast because the water is like this emerald green. It's aqua, it's deep green, it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful ocean I've probably ever seen.
The wave runners, we went out in the wave runners, like 15 of us, wave runners going out crazy, hitting the wave. CM Punk getting on the wave runner, hitting the wave. And I don't know if he felt like he was at WrestleMania or what, like he had this strong urge to just crash in the most ridiculously uncomfortable ways. But overall, it was just the most fun. And then of course we stumbled upon this huge, I think they're called pods, of dolphins swimming in the ocean, at least 15, 20 plus dolphins all over the place. And I think that was the first time Punk had seen a dolphin in the water that he was in. So he had this strong urge to swim with them, you know.
Went YOLO boarding, stand-up paddle boarding for the first time ever, and not only was that, you know, super awesome, you're outside, you're beautiful scenery, but it was a hell of a workout.
Stand-up paddling for me is like one of the best things of all time because I like the water, I like the stillness of the water.
We're going down, huge crab in the water. We were able to catch the crab. I put it on Eve's stand-up paddleboard. She wasn't too happy about that. Technique every morning, sparring every night. That's how the setup was. So not everyone came to the sparring, but the people who train a lot and were needed that extra, they got it, you know what I'm saying?
Your son or your daughter is in the bully proof on the mat over here, and you know, the mom, the wife is you know, with Victoria and Eve doing Women Empowered, and then there's, you know, Gracie Combatives over here for the son, and there's Master Cycle if you're there, and you can hop around, and it's just a great environment. It's almost like they took the whole academy from Torres and put it here for 3 days, and on top of that, you get to hang out on the beach, you get to eat good food, you get to enjoy the sun doing fun activities like jet skiing and YOLO boarding. There's really no reason to not come.
On top of Rener and myself, teaching here at the immersion camp, we had Jordan and Guido helping us run the Gracie Combatives classes. And these are both black belts from Torres, from headquarters, who helped us teach. And then we had Brian T. City Ortega teaching the kids classes, and he is a big kid. The guy is like almost like one of us, like myself and Rener, in the sense that he's been playing jiu-jitsu for so many years, and he continues to play, and he played with the kids class. So he helped the kids tremendously. Eve and Victoria killed it. I had at least 4 women say like, oh my gosh, it's so great that they're both teaching. They're both teaching. 2 women teaching the Women in Power class. It's so much more powerful.
Probably one of the best feelings to have women from all over the world be as passionate and as excited to learn Women Empowered as we are to teach it.
You know, some were wives of guys who trained, some are women who train themselves, but we had a lot of first-time students, which was awesome. Victoria and I had a little too much fun. The women came here for a vacation and they left being able to choke someone out. So, I mean, how can you beat that?
Nobody got injured, not a twisted finger, not a twisted toe, no twisted egos, nothing. He done set up to keep a playful spirit, and they had a blast. For the students, you know, one of the favorite parts was the One coconut water sponsorship that we were able to secure for the 2nd year in a row, which was so great. We love One. I drink it personally. It's in my fridge every day.
I probably had about 45 coconut waters in 3 days.
Dolomer Sports Surfaces, Dolomer mats came through on the biggest level. Mike Swain, my friend over there.
These mats are super convenient and they're comfortable, right? The whole time I didn't even notice I was on mats. I didn't notice anything, which means that it was great.
One of the highlights for me, and I think for a lot of the students, was kind of the impromptu East Coast belt ceremony that we have, and we had a chance to award some belt promotions. Help us remind all of our friends right now of the rules of engagement. Rule number 1.
Avoid the fight at all costs.
Rule number 2.
Physically attack, defend yourself.
If physically attack, defend yourself. Rule number 3.
Verbally attack, use the 3 T's. Talk, tell, and tackle.
If verbally attacked, use the 3 T steps. Talk, tell, tackle. Rule number 4.
Never punch or kick the bully, establish the mount, and negotiate.
Never punch or kick the bully, establish the mount, and negotiate. And rule number 5.
When using submission, use minimal force and negotiate.
When using submissions, use minimal force and negotiate. Round of applause. She definitely deserves it. And then 2 black belts to our longtime friends, and he is the one who is actually responsible for us all being here today. He runs a school in Sandestin. Let's congratulate Carlos on his black belt. Yeah. Carlos Diaz. Took a little longer than he would have hoped for, but it's better late than never, and we like to wait when we're not sure. So let's all congratulate Ty Gay on his black belt. Come on up, Ty. Good job, Ty.
Man, this has been an incredible journey. When I first started out, I saw the Karate Kid movie when I was very little. And I wanted that. I wanted that so bad. And I was in all these sport environments. And I started losing the magic of Jiu-jitsu. And my good friend John Bellardo got to go to Fiji and met Rener and all the family and everything, and brought him to my school. And when I saw him, I knew that moment that there was something magical about Jiu-Jitsu that was in that Karate Kid movie that I wanted to be a part of. It's everything that I've ever wanted to be. This is the greatest accomplishment of my life. They've told me and nurtured and cared for me and took me under their wings. They didn't have to. I was a high risk because I was already a brown belt. And those guys normally just can't make the transition. But I was willing to die for it. I would give anything for it. And Rorion came to my school. It was like one of the greatest experiences of my life. He helped me with my diet and told me about chasing uncertainty. You have to chase uncertainty to have any kind of a level of greatness in your life. Don't go for the certain thing, go for the uncertainty. And treat your body like it's a temple. Thank you so much.
You made it. That's it.
I think the underlying best thing about the entire weekend was the people. You know, I'm surrounded by great people, making new connections, meeting new friends, and they couldn't have been nicer. You know, there was grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, and you know, little brother, little sister, and it was a fantastic environment. Nobody wanted to test anybody else. Nobody had a chip on their shoulder. Nobody thought they were better than anybody else. Nobody wanted to beat anybody else up. It was just all about learning and flowing and keeping it playful.
There was just like the perfect combination of training, sparring, beach, playing, connecting, meeting people, shopping, having fun, relaxing. I couldn't have put it together better. It was so much fun.
We come here and it doesn't matter where you're from, what you speak, what your background is, what your job is. We come here and we all speak the same language, Jiu-jitsu.
But yeah, all in all, you know, there are regular vacations, and then there are, you know, Gracie Jiu-jitsuized vacations. You know what I'm saying? And then the real question one must ponder and one must ask him or herself is, why would you ever settle for a regular vacation?
The great thing is that every year we come back, Hannah and I become better and better at YOLO boards, the stand-up paddling. And the new students who show up, they're still kind of learning, so it's fun to see them falling over as we kind of coast by, no problem. So get your stand-up paddle on, maybe wherever you live, so when you get here, you're a little bit ready to play with us. And if you're not ready and you fall, it's no worries. We'll come back around, we'll help you back up, we'll keep going.
What do you like about Jiu-Jitsu?
That you get to take down bullies.
I'm always like, it hurts.
Underwater, take him under, rear naked him.
Mm-hmm.